Alrighty, welcome back. In this video I'll be working on the Landcruiser again. I'm trying to figure out a fender tub wheel well situation here. I've already started this video like 3 or 4 times. Originally I was going to use the factory inner fender structure, and I had bent up some tube as one idea, and then I decided against that. So I went ahead and designed, if you can see, the whole structure. So this is going to be my first cut. I already cut out this portion here, as you can see, and then I built the rest of it off of this. So anyways, I'm going to get my first cut done now. That way I can hold it up to the Landcruiser and see what I need to change. Things fit pretty good, all the holes line up. Already knew that. My main concern is going to be if this fits underneath the fender. And also I wanted this part here to line up with the metal behind the headlight, which it does. Oh yeah. Pretty cool. Let me get some bolts. Yeah, that looks really good. It's nice and straight across here, and then I'm going to make some sort of tab piece that can bolt to here. And then on this top part, I just need to add a little spacer because this is just inset a little bit. Fits nicely around all of that. And then this is where my new wheel tub, this will be the top of it, so that's where all this stuff will have to mount along there. I'm going to attempt to bend up one of the tubs real quick. I have it just set up on my table. On my plasma cutter, I cut a slot all the way across here and over here at my distance. Ooh. Bending easy. So around there is what I want. It's now the next day, working on the fenders again. I took some measurements and figured out how I want my notch to be around the coilover tower and bucket here. I still have 3.5 inches that I'm going to push the whole, or this portion of the wheel tub liner that way towards the inside. So in CAD, I made an offset like stencil jig. So I made this shape, and then I offset the shape 1/2 inch for my plasma cutter. So I'll get that cut out, so I'll be able to cut this notch and then be able to slide the whole thing in. It's looking like I'm gonna rub on the wherever the hell that is, and then maybe the brake booster back there. All this wiring. So here's that piece cut out, and then the plasma tip just gets guided along that. When I was dragging it along here, I started lifting it up onto the jig, so I'll have to fix that. All right, and again, real quick, here is a notch for the reservoir hose. So I got that all set up right there. I just added these extra little flanges there so I could get the clamp on it. So let's get that cut out. So this time I'm going to keep pressure down on it. It's easier to drag as well. I got it mocked up into place again. So there's the notch around the coil tower and then the notch around the reservoir. And if you look from up top here, you have all this flat space. I'm gonna redo under here. I have a couple different mounts. I have my Switch Pros all mounted down into there. And then this was mounted over the top of it. I'm gonna make a new box for this fuse box to sit on top of and place it somewhere. And then for this, I'll have to extend the wires a little bit so I can get everything kind of sitting over. But from the top, that all looks really nice. Also, when you're staring at it from here, depending on the angle, you can just barely see this. I thought about bringing that up another inch, but I didn't want to lose all that room in there. And at my max bump now, my tire's still only getting probably that close to the fender, so I'll still have a couple inches, hopefully, from that. I've been trying to come up with a solution mounting point that's going to attach to here down to this factory mounting point. I would like it to follow the shape of this pinch weld here, but the way that these are in there, I'm going to have to make, can't really tell, kind of like an offset mount for both these with slotted holes. I've spent like an hour trying to get this designed out. I'll probably spend another hour, so that's what I've been up to. I'll get back when I have a solution. Jeez, freaking dog. Anyways, this is the part. It's kind of a complicated one. These are going to be tabs. So I had to set up all my cutting parameters a little weird. I can show you how it's going to cut out. So my idea with these will be the bend tabs. So I'll be able to bend this top one here. I'll be able to bend it in, and then this one bend it back towards me to kind of flatten it out. So I don't know. I'm just gonna get it cut out and we'll see how it looks from there. All right, so here's that first piece cut out. On the table, if you had noticed, when it got to the end, it actually, the piece dropped and wasn't able to finish this last 2-inch piece of cut. I just stuck it, I drew the line and then put it back on the table, and by hand just cut that straight line in. When I fit it up to the Landcruiser, these holes were 1/2 inch too high. So this one was able to bolt up, but this one not. So I just moved them down 1/2 inch, 3/4. So here's my new piece here. I'm gonna go ahead and get it bent up. So I'm gonna give that a pretty good bend. And then flip it this way. Line it up, and then you can use the whole thing to push that way. And in order to get this bent more, I can just use these and kind of pry on it. But let's just do like that for now. This other one. Okay. So here it is bent up. I don't know if it's gonna fit to hit this face here. I'm gonna have to bend it up a little more. Oh yeah. Okay, so it looks like I have to bend this tab back more and then push this face forward for both of these holes. And then this part here is gonna get bent back a little bit, and then same with this. Here to here. I have the wheel tub pulled out. I'm going to weld across this seam here and then cut out this portion for the AC dryer, I think that is what it is. Not sure if you can see it, but there's my mark for the notch. I'm not sure if I should just come all the way up to where the seam is and cut it off. I'll start with that for now. Okay, so it's been about a month since I've last worked on the Landcruiser. I bought a 3D printer, so I've been dinking around with that, trying to figure some stuff out, and I'll probably show you later in the video here. Turnaround thing. But tonight I came through and cut out this bracket here that supports the bottom front of the wheel tub. It mounts onto the side radiator support here, notches around the AC line, and then behind the headlight here there's another tab bracket that comes down. Oh, you can't see. That comes down and over and bolts onto there. So now, I mean, well, that bends, but the whole thing is super strong. I'm probably going to add a gusset here that goes on this face up to here, just to kind of support that tab a bit. But what I want to do now tonight is get the wheel hub back on and install pull the coilovers off, install one of the wheels and tires, and flex or articulate the axle. I just want to double check that my tire is going to clear this area here like I had planned. Maybe I should have tried that like a month or two ago, but now's a good time to do it. I also built this really cool moped rolling stand. How much easier that is to get these things moving around. I'm gonna have to build 3 more of them. Oh, these ones are beasts. Damn, that tire looks massive from this angle. Okay, so right now, my Hydro Assist ram is about to hit the steering box pitman arm nut. I'm going to move the ram from here over to the center of the axle, and I'm going to attach it to the drag link. I think I'll have as much up travel as I'm going to need. See if I can get it turned. So as it turns this way, that starts to hit here. And I'm already jammed up into my oil cooler lines and my sway bar. So I don't think the wheel's ever gonna articulate that high. Oh yeah, it's not going that high. So I finally got my van running. I had to replace the fuel tank last week. I'll insert some photos of that. When I bought the van originally, I pulled the fuel tank out, cleaned it, replaced the pump, and it was running and driving for, I don't know, a couple months with no issues. And then all of a sudden I started having lean problems. So I, of course, was looking into everything else except the gas tank and the fuel pump being the issue. And then finally, I pulled the tank last week and pulled the fuel pump out, and it was just completely filled with rust. So the whole top of the tank was deteriorating. So this week I'm just doing some test runs on the van, so I'm gonna run to the scrapyard. Just gotta run all the scrap to the scrapyard. I don't know how I collected so many leaf springs. The van's doing pretty good, or not pretty good, it's doing good. I do have a check engine light on. I checked it earlier today and I'm still getting lean codes, but I'm not getting the bucking stalling issues that I had before. So I imagine now I have to pull my injectors out and clean them. Yeah, I just dropped off that metal, got 27 bucks. I forgot to show, I cut off that little tab that was right here that was notched around the reservoir hose. I just cut it straight across into it. I think that looks a lot better. It doesn't look as goofy as it did before. Sorry, all this crap is in the way and you can't see it. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for this video. I need to cut out everything for the other side, get a few things figured out for the rest of the fender tubs here. I want to add some drop down skirts front and back just to kind of box it all in, make it look a lot nicer there. So thanks for watching this far. These tubs have been a lot of work. I'm not trying to rush through everything, and I'm taking my time trying to do everything right and create a product that I'm going to be happy with and not want to redo. So yeah, comment down below, let me know what you think of these, and we'll see you next time.